experience on life.
So we took this boot camp.
And we thought it would be fun. And what really
We
happened...
like to learn a lot of things, and then...
What really happened is we thought we were going in to learn about shit, but we turned into total degenerate monsters after that. It consumed our entire life, but it was in a very positive experience.
Like, our brains...
Like glitch 24/7 with information.
And, like, I think my brain has grown more in the last few months
Than ever.
Than my whole entire life. Like, school, it never glitched like this before.
So that said,
And now my head just got bigger.
the story of how this started, I am gonna do a long story short.
Okay,
In
we'll
bullet
see.
points. 1, through a friend, met a random-ish person, but not because they're family. He was talking about all this stuff, and I was like, I don't know who you are, but I've been trying to learn crypto for the last couple of years. I feel like Instagram, Twitter, all this shit is like guiding me wrong, and I need to learn from you. And so I, on a whim, joined this company, learned everything I knew, and then they later actually rolled out a boot camp. And so that was 10 months ago when everything happened. About 4 months ago, was it, when you took your boot camp?
Probably, yeah.
Because they usually drag her into everything. But now it's so fun because, like, there's not many people in our previous circle that understand the lingo and the things that we're into now. So to be able to do it side by side has been like a dream.
Oh, God. So, I used to go into, like, clubhouse spaces or something and hop in crypto rooms or different things like that and, like, just listen to people. I had no idea what they're talking about. Everything sounded like a foreign language, and I was like, I don't know this language. And so then I took the boot camp, and now I know the language. It's like learning a new language in a month, and now I can, like, talk to all these people and understand it and feel smart.
And I think for me as well, the learning, the language of that, like, specific culture, industry, whatever you want to call it, is so of itself that was my biggest learning curve at the start, was like trying to understand what people were saying when they meant alpha, or when they said alpha donk,
Or when they said sex.
or when they said sex, when they said
Dex.
when they said so overwhelming. I actually made a crypto dictionary because of it. But through our experience, it's like,
Wagme. Like, I was so excited when I learned what Wagme meant.
are you gonna tell them?
Join the boot camp and you can find out.
What else? For me, I always had like a really bad relationship with numbers, and even, like, I would say traumatic levels. Anybody that went to school with me,
Number issues.
anyone that went to school with me, especially if you were in the pre-algebra class that failed like 4 years in a row. It was a whole, like, breakfast club of us. Yeah, I've always had, like, really bad just feelings about numbers and, like, not knowing. I don't know. I just felt very limited, and I think, like, after taking this course, like, from, like, debanking yourself, becoming your own bank, and then also learning not just crypto, but how to, because, like, a lot of people buy crypto, but they're not actually putting their money to work. So knowing, like, really the foundations of DeFi, which is decentralized finance, that put me in a place where, be it fiat money, or any sort of numbers, crypto, etc., it became limitless to me.
Like, money doesn't seem
Real.
because it's just infinite.
Yeah.
Abundant.
Yeah, and there was a point too, when was it? Like a couple months ago when we were talking and we just looked at each other and we were like, we speak in, like, ETH and Bitcoin
Because we were talking about our rent and stuff.
and AVAX and all that, rather than, like, actual dollar amounts. It's pretty wild. I'm trying to
I
think of
think
it. What was your favorite part about boot camp?
My favorite part was meeting LeBlanc.
Yeah, he's pretty great. He was actually my initial success manager. I felt like I annoyed the out of him because
Tiara, I love you too.
That was my favorite part. I asked you a question, but I'm gonna actually, because of what you said, can I answer this?
Go. What? Go.
My favorite part was the success manager.
Oh.
Because you can, like, I'm terrible. I hate learning online because it's like you never really know what information you're getting and if it's correct or like anything like that. So to be able to go do your own research and then bring it back to the success manager and be like, hey, I heard so and so talk about this, this, and this. 99% of the time, everything I brought back, they're like, no, you should be doing this, this, and this. Then by that interaction, it did set me up for success because it was like vetted by the team and they're so smart.
So smart.
I want to be like them when I grow up.
That's my biggest dream in my life.
But was that your favorite part too, or what was your favorite part about it? Like the group calls, the live trainings?
Yeah, I like the group calls a lot because there was always signals, so you get to like jump in and you're like making money right away, and it's like showing you how easy it is, and then just like randomly listening to what they're talking about, and then like being able to hop in there and do it, and then like watching your money like go up, and it's like, oh wow, this is real. Like, but also always take profit because sometimes it just goes.
We learned that because like a lot of people will tell you to hold long term, but if you take profit, you're always gonna make money. But what was your experience? Like, what excitement arose when we got into chicken?
I sat and watched the charts for like a week straight and just up and down, and was like, wow, look at my eggs. My eggs are going up. Eggs to the moon.
I think that was, so like I had been in DeFi many months before her, and so, but the market was down, so it was like a lot of learning without like a full degen experience where like shit is just popping off. And so when that happened,
even the first couple of days it went up like $10, and I was like, wow, I made $10. This is so cool. Like, I'm so excited I made $10.
Yeah, and
so it's like the little wins that like really get excited because then you're like in it.
Actually, that's another thing I realized too.
Gosh.
Is that like a lot of times you'll have money in your normal bank account and then you haven't made any big purchases. So when you look at your account and it's like drained, you're like, how did that even happen? But it was like a bunch of like $5, $2 purchases. So there's a lot of times even with DeFi where you're making a couple dollars or $10, but like let's say you're making $10 a week, like that adds up. And so that was something again for me that kind of flipped my thinking. I feel like the boot camp not only taught me crypto, but it helped like rearrange my brain on how I thought of my whole entire life, and like helped me restructure. Do you agree, or like what's your thought on that?
I think this is long.
It's only 10 minutes. People watched our 10-minute video last time. So if you made it this long, send us a message.
Send us
ETH. If you made it this long, send ETH. Go to our Twitter accounts, our ETH in the bio. And if you made it this long as well, in that same bio,
follow NotUrDaddysDefi.
Follow NotUrDaddysDefi. It's a team of women with 2 badass men that are here to teach you a gnarly foundation so that you can then take that and just like skyrocket to the moon.
To the moon.